Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a massive problem in the business world, and it's this. Why does it feel like powerful process automation is still locked away, reserved only for the corporate giants? Well, we're going to explore a mission to change all of that, a plan to put the tools of automation into everyone's hands. This right here is the Action BPMN mission. Let's get into it.
So, to really get what this mission is all about, you've got to understand the problem first. And process expert Volker Stiel just nails it with this phrase, dry swimming. You know what that is, right? It's when companies spend countless hours, a ton of money, creating these beautiful, detailed process diagrams, and then nothing. They do absolutely nothing with them.
And look, this isn't just about a bit of wasted time. No. The real frustration of dry swimming is the gigantic missed opportunity. I mean, the entire magic of BPMN, its power to become a living, breathing application that actually runs and does things, is just completely lost.
You see this happen all the time in so many organizations. These process diagrams become what the Germans call Schrankware, basically shelfware. They get created for an audit or a presentation, then they're filed away in some digital folder to be forgotten. The bridge between that diagram and a real working application, it's just never built. But why? Why isn't it built?
Well, that question leads us to an even bigger, more serious problem. When the only way to build that bridge is through incredibly expensive, complex systems, process automation becomes this exclusive club. And let's be honest, most people are not invited.
So, what's the price of admission to this club? Well, you're often looking at a six-figure investment. We're talking over 100,000 euros, and that's just to get your foot in the door with an enterprise-grade automation platform. I mean, for most businesses, that's not a barrier. It's a solid brick wall.
And this quote, man, it just perfectly captures the human side of this. This isn't about faceless corporations. It's about the real-world small business owner in a place like Ottendorf-Okrilla, a small town in Germany. They've got processes they need to automate, just like the big guys, but they're basically abandoned by a market that only caters to the top 1%. So, what's the answer?
The answer is a revolution, and that's what brings us to Action BPMN. Now, this isn't just some new format or series of talks. It's a movement. It has a clear, powerful mission to bring automation to the people. It's about tearing down that wall and throwing the doors of that exclusive club wide open.
Okay, so what's the magic trick here? It all comes down to this one core concept, executable BPMN. This is the whole goal. It means your process diagram isn't just a static picture for a PowerPoint slide anymore. The diagram is the application. That visual model you created, that's the code that actually runs, executes the tasks, and orchestrates all the work. It's a total game changer.
And that brings us to the core mission statement, the whole point of this movement. This isn't just about making BPMN executable for some elite group of developers in a giant enterprise. It is very simply executable BPMN for the masses, period.
So you're probably asking, okay, great idea, but how is that even possible? What's the key that unlocks this whole revolution? It's one simple, powerful answer: open source. By using open source process engines, that massive six-figure financial barrier we talked about, it just vanishes. It makes powerful automation accessible to absolutely everyone. But having the tools is only half the battle. You also need the right approach.
And that's exactly where the process-driven philosophy comes into play. See, this revolution isn't just about getting free tools and hoping for the best. It's built on a serious, sustainable philosophy for creating applications that are built to last. So let's take a look at what that really means. This slide here draws a really crucial line in the sand. On one side, you have the process-driven approach. This is for building sustainable, long-term automation for your most critical core business processes. On the other side, you've got those simple click tools. And hey, they're great for quick fixes or simple office tasks that aren't mission-critical. The philosophy is simple. Use the right tool for the right job.
The whole philosophy really boils down to these three core steps. First, you model your process using the BPMN standard. Easy enough. Second, you take that model and you run it on a dedicated process engine. And third, and this is absolutely critical, you decouple all your other systems. Think of it like a mailroom. The process engine doesn't run around to each department itself. It just sends a message, and the right system knows to pick it up. This keeps your entire architecture clean, flexible, and so much easier to maintain.
And this quote right here, this is the key. It's about a complete mind shift in how we think about this technology. A process engine shouldn't be some expensive luxury item.
It should be a fundamental piece of your infrastructure, just like a database. Right? Nobody starts a new project today and asks, should we maybe use a database? Of course not. It's a given. A process engine needs to be thought of in exactly the same way.
So, all of this brings us to the plan. Because this isn't meant to be a lecture, it's an invitation. In the spirit of the whole mission, this is what you call a Mitmachaktion. It's a great German word that means a participatory event, where everyone is invited to jump in, contribute, and learn together as a community.
And there's a real concrete roadmap for this. We're going to break it all down piece by piece, starting with the absolute fundamentals of BPMN. Understanding gateways and tasks and showing them in action. And from there, we'll build our way up to more complex and really powerful scenarios. Things like exchanging messages, handling time-based events, and escalations. We're building a whole library of knowledge for everyone to use.
Which brings us right to the final question. The tools are here, the philosophy's clear, the community is building. The era of process diagrams just gathering dust on a shelf is over. It is time to stop dry swimming and actually get in the water. So the only question left is this. Are you ready to join the automation revolution?